Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're doing something really critical. We're creating a shortcut for you to avoid the common early mistakes that can just sink a personal injury claim from the very beginning.
Exactly. When you're trying to recover, especially somewhere like Aurora, Colorado, the whole system is, well, it's designed to challenge you.
So every little detail matters.
It does, and even a minor misstep in those first few days can give the other side all the leverage they need. So we're going to cut right to the 5 biggest mistakes you have to avoid.
Okay, let's jump right in. Mistake number one, the mistake of waiting. We mean failing to get medical attention right away. Why is that such a huge deal?
Because any delay creates a gap in time.
A gap.
And that gap is what an insurance company or a defense attorney will drive a truck through. If you wait a week, they'll just argue the injury wasn't serious, or even worse.
That it happened somewhere else
Yeah,
after the accident.
precisely. That it wasn't related at all. So you have to go to an ER or an urgent care immediately, even for what you think is just, minor whiplash. Things like concussions can take time to show up.
And when you're there, you have to be totally transparent.
Oh, absolutely. You tell the doctor everything, and then you sticks your evidence file. You keep copies of every single thing. That professional documentation becomes your first line of defense.
Okay, so you have that immediate medical proof that leads right into the next pitfall, which is about controlling your own story. Mistake number two, the credibility killer, providing inaccurate information.
Consistency is everything here. Any little error, even if it's unintentional, can be used to question your entire story.
So like the classic example where you tell a paramedic at the scene you're just slightly sore.
Yes. And then a week later, your claim says you're in constant debilitating pain.
That's a huge discrepancy.
It is. It makes it look like you're exaggerating, even if you were just in shock or trying to be tough at the moment.
So the rule is stick to the facts. Don't guess. It's always better to just say, I'm not sure right now.
Exactly. Which brings us to mistake number 3, the paper trail, or, the lack of one. Not keeping thorough documentation, and this goes way beyond just medical bills.
Okay, this is where it gets interesting for me. You have the obvious things like police reports, photos of the scene, the damage. But then there's the personal journal. Is that journal sometimes even more valuable than an official police report?
For showing the full extent of your damages, yes, it absolutely can be. The police report establishes who was at fault. The journal establishes the impact on your life.
Ah, the human element.
Right. It captures what the medical records miss, the day-to-day pain, the sleepless nights, the stress, the missed work. It puts a real number on those non-economic losses.
That makes perfect sense. It paints the whole picture. All right, so let's talk about navigating the system. Mistake number 4, talking to insurance adjusters alone.
Just don't do it. An adjuster's job, their only job, is to minimize the company's payout. They are trained negotiators.
And they have traps, right?
They do. The most common one is that simple question, how are you feeling today? You say, I'm fine, just to be polite.
And that gets recorded.
It gets recorded, and they will use it to argue your injuries were minor. So no recorded statements, and never, ever admit any fault.
And I assume that leads directly to the last mistake, number 5, signing things you shouldn't.
Signing things blindly, yes. You'll get paperwork that looks routine, but it could be a final liability release. And once you sign that, the claim is almost always closed for good, no matter what happens later.
Wow. So you have to read everything. Don't let them rush you.
And if you're not 100% sure, have a professional look at it first.
So to recap, it's don't delay medical care, be consistent, document everything, don't talk to adjusters alone, and don't sign anything blindly.
If you can avoid those 5 things, you keep your claim on a solid path and you can actually focus on getting better.
You know, what's so fascinating about all this is how much a claim's success seems to depend on the evidence you create yourself. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What's the difference between being right, the other person was legally at fault, and having the actual evidence to prove it? That's something powerful to consider from this deep dive.